with this setup than I have the T16000M. But you probably wouldn't know it. Here today, I'm going to go ahead keep these videos going. I don't feel like I have that scalpel-like precision that I did with the T16000M. Right now I'm slowly cutting this guy away, not with the Omanskis, but with the Bulldog. Now again, what annoys me is if I hit decouple mode there, since my controls basically reverse themselves in pitch and yaw, or roll and yaw, I can't continue my yawing turn there. I would instantly start.
You are approaching simulation boundary. Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
So I have to be almost instantly ready to take that over if I'm going to go do that with rudder pedals. And that can be a little bit of a disjointed experience. Yay, elite units.
Contact. Scan
Payday.
initiated. Scan initiated. Achieved missile lock. Hostile eliminated. Scan initiated. Flare launched. Chaff launched. Stern shielding depleted.
So they got me, so lost my first life here on wave 12. I think I must have been out of countermeasures. Although I didn't hear Bitching Betty. I also didn't hear Bitching Betty call me out either, so I might not have things mapped quite the way I want it to. How it's supposed to do, I didn't hear it fire chaff there, so when we go back and look at the video replay, I'll see if that's the case. I may not have that mapped correctly yet. Hurrah. I gotta take out this alpha.
Flare launched. Proximity alert.
Now you see that I just adjusted to have a little bit additional shield power to my aft shield, and I did that completely on the HOTAS, no hitting the keyboard, in order to achieve that. Now some people like to use voice attack. I have the program, I don't have it set up. I'm getting some graphical glitches. Oh crap, Hunter.
Refreshing shields. Eliminated. Proximity alert.
So we got a pair of Hunters.
Achieved missile lock.
Okay, so I guess you can fire and forget. Now I'm bleeding through missiles a little bit faster than I probably should be. But here I am. I mean, literally, I also want to see if I get rearmed after these higher tier. Here I am, wave 13. I'm talking the entire time. I've gotten
Initiated.
I've gotten a lot further than I have in my other videos.
Proximity alert.
Um,
Flare launched. Chaff launched. Eliminated. Scan initiated.
so I'm getting some graphical artifacts. I am using the NVIDIA 750 Ti.
Scan initiated.
So not a...
Flare launched. Chaff launched. Proximity alert. Chaff launched. Stern shielding at quarter stream. Proximity alert. Stern shielding depleted. Chaff launched. Stern shielding depleted. Refreshing shields.
But I'm not hearing Bitchy Betty say chaff flare. So I might not have gotten reloaded either.
Flare launched. Chaff launched. Stern shielding at half speed. Proximity alert. Eliminated. Scan initiated.
Right.
Stern shielding at half strength. Stern shielding depleted.
There's somebody closer.
Has received
And I just lost main engine.
proximity alert.
Come on, can I... Still not completely without yaw.
Achieved missile lock. Hostile eliminated. Scan initiated.
However, I am no longer able to thrust. So I'm basically gonna spiral out of here until I reach my death. I think I still have one more ship left.
Warning. You are approaching simulation
I guess I should might as well look at my pretty ship here. There we go. I could have ejected, I guess, but I don't know. I don't like giving up the fight.
Stand by for
But I was able to use my rudder pedals there to kind of save my, or
At your service.
at least get that guy with a missile.
Operational.
So that was
Scan initiated.
So we're gonna head up here for a quick boom and zoom on this hunter. Warlord's flying toward me, so he's lining him up for the kill for me.
Initiated.
Well, I'm not really sure if the AI is really doing that or not, but we're gonna pretend and say he was. No, I think I've seen this video before where my wingman, I get in the way of my wingman and they decide, I'm going to get you in the crossfire.
Eliminated. Proximity alert.
So now while we have a second here,
remaining.
I'm going to go ahead. So here we are, wave 14. I don't know. Considering this is my last life, I may not quite get that far.
Scan
But,
initiated.
we might. Tell you this much.
Proximity alert. Achieved missile. Stern shielding at half strength. Hostile eliminated. Chaff launched.
Got one.
Initiated. Chaff launched.
Shaft flare.
Launched. Stern shielding depleted. Proximity alert. Chaff launched. Flare launched. Refreshing shields. Stern shielding Stern shielding depleted. Weapons system has received catastrophic damage. Flare launched.
Well, got to wave 14. So, wave 14 with CH gear, first attempt. This is probably a two-part video, but that's the difference between the various gear. I mean, my pilot skills remain fairly consistent from game to game. You know, I'm the consistent variable here. It's everything else you see around me changes. And gear does matter. A lot of people like to say that it doesn't, but the quality of the sticks and stuff, it does matter. Now, I probably will get an X55 between now and the end of the summer, so I will do a review on that one. X65, no longer in production, hard to find, very expensive, probably won't. Warthog, I will get it back from my friend one of these days to do an actual hands-on review, an in-game review of it as well. So I will be doing those. But this kind of concludes my initial playthroughs with different joysticks, and you can see the differences. Now, I did a mighty fine job with just the T16000M, which is $25 at Micro Center. I did not too poorly with a $20 Logitech F310 gamepad, game controller, Xbox-like controller. I did fine with the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. I guess I should go in and do a video with its mouse and keyboard if you want to see some hilarity. I am just absolutely horrible with mouse and keyboard. I mean, I have a Gigabyte Force M7 Thor. Not the best gaming mouse in the world, but it was $25, the same as any of the other joysticks. So at least I'm kind of comparing apples to apples when it comes to price range. Of course, the CH gear is far more expensive because the fighter stick was $80. The I think I bought the rudder pedals for $88. The throttle was $95. Most of the time, you can find them for around $95 each. Basically, to buy them from Amazon, it's $285 for the setup. So it's neither the most expensive. That title still goes to Warthog. And the Warthog, you still have to buy pedals. It's just in my experience with the Warthog in the past, it's not really $300 more joystick, or I really should say it's not $300 more HOTAS. I'm going to admit that the stick itself, in terms of just overall quality, is a little bit better than the CH. In terms of functionality, I actually like the CH better. I like the throw of the CH. I like the fact that it has a very light spring on it. The Warthog has a very, very tight center spring on it, and as a result, it makes lining up those precise, very finite movements very, very difficult unless you get a 7.5 centimeter extension for it, or about a 2-inch extension for it, to overcome just how tight it is in the center string. So there's the 315p. I got rid of the Auroras out of my hangar, upgraded one to a 315p, traded the other ones in, got a miss upgrade for one of our org mates for his freelancer, since he's in and out of the hospital right now, and last thing he needs to be worrying about Star Citizen, and since the miss updates were going to be up limited time, I didn't want him to miss out on the opportunity, so I bought one for him, although he'll probably end up wanting to get the door instead of the miss, but in case he does want the miss, I can give that to him. And if he doesn't want it, I'm sure there's somebody else in the org that'll be more than happy to take it. So, and the org I am a part of, I guess you could say, shameless promotion here at the end, is a smaller organization called United Logistics and Military Corporation. It's made up of a hodgepodge of folks that I know from several video games. The core of us met and played Battlestar Galactica Online for many years. I mean, over 3-4 years now. But we have people that we've branched out from and met in World of Tanks, Star Trek Online. What are some of the other games? Some of my old Star Kingdom buddies have joined up, a couple of them. I mean, we've been fighting in games together for 15 years, 16 years, I guess this fall. We're mostly older folks. Most of us are in our 30s. Some are youngins and around mid to late 20s, but most of us are in our 30s, 40s, 50s. Some are retired, some are on medical disability. Some of us are working professionals. We have a mix of groups as far as that goes. But we tend to be kind of semi-casual, as in, we don't expect you to be online every day or at these certain times or whatnot. We'll probably publish heads up to say, hey, we'd like to do an event or something this Saturday. Anybody that can make it, please, show up at this time. But when we're in game, we take it seriously. People are expected to be able to handle certain tasks and then do those tasks to their best of their abilities. So that means, somebody will probably be S-Wax and, a couple fighters, an interceptor, cargo haulers, whatever your kind of assigned task, whether it's being a gunner, a marine, whatever, just do it to the best of your ability and take it seriously when you play. That's about all that we ask. And we're accepting, new members as well as affiliates. We plan to do our bread and butter work in the persistent universe, based around the 300s and probably freelancers. That being said, we've got Idaruses and Starfarers and Connies and Retaliators and Gladiators and Hornets and everything else in between. But the 300 series, during the initial LTI pledge periods, at the $60 to $80 price point, look like they're going to kind of be effective fighters for the dollar amount. They look like they're going to be the long-range escort fighter of choice in the persistent universe when we have to worry about fuel states and things like that. And certainly was going to have the speed, and it does have that from what we've been able to test in Arena Commander. You kind of have that boom and zoom. You can outgun a lot of people, and if you can't outgun them, you can outrun them. And, that's critical for specifically how we fly. Now, it's going to be very interesting when we get to test that Avenger and see how well it stacks up against a 300 in those. But, it's a very good general jack of all trades. You can do some solo exploration with it. You can also, in terms of the 315p, you can also do, I think, some decent heavy combat. I got to wave 14. I wasn't even really trying, with just a Bulldog repeater and just the default off-the-shelf 300i weapons. And it'll be interesting to see what happens when this thing actually gets added into the game correctly. I've put it on before, and it does a good job of taking down shields right now. But you have infinite ammo, and, I'm not convinced that the stats are really where they're supposed to be in game. as far as that goes. I hope you've enjoyed these series of videos. I've enjoyed making them. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. These are not going to be my last videos, but this is the last of the initial reviews. Now, once I remod the X52, I will go back in and do a re-review of it, modded. Everybody that owns one that's told me if you do these, the magnet mod and the tension mod to it, it becomes an entirely different stick. And I really hope so. It's just that my kind of issue with that is the X52 has been on the shelves for nearly a decade now. I think it came out in 2005 or 2006. This is a known inherent design problem with the design of the stick. Why wasn't there a new revision made some years ago that fixes this? I mean, maybe Saytech didn't want to admit it was a mistake on their part. But you shouldn't buy a $130 stick, and then in order to turn it into something that's halfway decent, spend another $10 on some neodymium magnets. That's not that bad. $10, eh. But still, you have to open up the stick and void the warranty. Now, the stick that I have, I bought off eBay used for about $60. And it's well past its warranty period. So, I'm not that hesitant to open it up, put on the new magnets, and close it back up and see what happens. To give a better review. In fact, I will do a video of me doing it. I'm not the handiest person in the world, but I will make my attempt at it. But it's one of those things that I have a hard time recommending people do because it does void your warranty, and it does come with a 2-year warranty. And just because of the quality control of the X52 in general, you know, you might want that warranty period, because I know a lot of people that they didn't get 6 months out of their stick and had to RMA it, or had to RMA 2 or 3 because they were DOA. And, you know, that just kind of sucks. You know, occasionally you'll run into somebody who has a problem with a CH and they have to be RMA'd. Hey, you know, any mass production produced equipment, you know, it's going to get jostled in transit or something and it's going to break. Don't care who the manufacturer is. It's just the rates at which it happens with a CH product versus a Saytech is just so much lower. And just go to the forums, go to some HQ forums, go to anywhere where people discuss this at any length, and you'll see that CH owners have been happy for 20 years. There are some rumors that CH might be building a new consumer joystick. You know, now that space flight sims and flight sims have been, you know, have gone full circle and are now becoming popular again, they may well do that. Now, CH builds professional joysticks. The problem is CH professional joysticks cost around $1,000 to $1,500. I know I've bought some for farm equipment before, or for track hoe or backhoe. Needed to buy a joystick, and it actually surprised me. It was a CH stick, and then I about had a heart attack when it was $1,200 to replace it. So, you know, CH also makes military grade stuff. They used to have on their website, they made the training sticks for the Predator drones, which was a dual stick setup. I think they were starting to get inquiries saying, hey, can I buy that for Star Citizen? And it's no longer listed on their site publicly, I guess. I guess they can't really sell replica Reaper and Predator drone controls to just anybody, unfortunately. Else that might have been the ultimate setup for this game. So I think I will cut it off at that point, upload these videos to YouTube, and thank you very much for watching, and see you in the verse.